Hi everybody, it's Isaac here, back with another video. Today's video I will be doing a few short points on things that I recommend for people who maybe just started a new team. I've been doing a few team videos recently, mostly because my team has been doing a lot better. So if you want to join a team that doesn't really have too many activity requirements, but still close to top 100, our team's a pretty good team to join. I'm not sure how long our team will stay like this. I make no guarantees, but we've been doing pretty well recently. Also, I'm going to move the giveaway end date to probably Thursday or Friday of next week. It was going to originally be Friday of next week, but I think I might have to do it earlier because I'd like this video. I'd like the giveaway to end sometime in March because that's where we started the giveaway. And this is the last. No, tomorrow would be the last Friday, so maybe we'll just end it tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll end it tomorrow. We have a lot of entrants. Let's do that. Okay, first things first. Make not that hard requirements. If you make a team and you want people to join, don't make the requirements too hard. It's a pretty logical solution. I do recommend enabling this little kick them after at least 30 days. I wouldn't go more than that. I wouldn't go less than that. For a new team, unless you want it to be a more active team, then maybe 14 days or 7 days even. But I wouldn't go anything lower than that at pretty much any situation, unless you're like a top 3 team. And then obviously you don't need this video because you've already established yourself. This is for teams that are kind of establishing themselves, or teams that maybe just don't have a lot of members and they want to see where they went wrong. I've had this team since 2019, early 2019, so I pretty much know what I'm doing when it comes to this. Second things, make it apply only. I know you can make it to where like closed. Obviously you don't want that. I like doing apply because that way you can still look at their account and see, is this person going to help the team at all, or are they just wasting a slot on the team? That's really the only consideration you need if your team already has about 50 members, and that's when you need to really start cranking the requirements, thinning them out. Of course, don't do that too much because then you'll start losing members and you'll actually start going down on the leaderboard. In the end, it's better to have a few active people and a few inactive people that still do race sometimes than only a few active people, because you're still going to get more races overall with them. But yeah, make it apply only. That's my recommendation. I know some people like doing it where anybody can join and then they'll just sort it out through then. I know this is John, who's a pretty famous typist on YouTube using an alternate keyboard layout. Maybe I'll make a video about that someday. He made a team, a grinding team, actually did really well. He just made it open enrollment, and then you did your racing on the team, and if you didn't, you pretty much immediately got kicked off, which is not a bad idea, but you got to be pretty well known to do that sort of stuff. So I just recommend make it apply only, apply the people you want. I wouldn't be too picky in the beginning, try to, like, again, this kind of ties into the whole easy requirements. Like my team, we are almost top 100. We're getting there. We've been kind of floating around it. Complete 100 races, 20 words per minute. Pretty simple. Just shows that you're somewhat serious about the game and you're not just going to make like a random alt and join the team. And then, yeah, it's just good to go. So it's just nice to have not too hard requirements. Make sure you can still approve or deny people, just so you have that control. Of course, you can always change that later. That's all right. Officers, you need to stay on top of officers. You need to make sure you give people officer who deserve it. This can be for several reasons. I do it solely based off of team activity. If you've done more races and you've done them recently, you're going to be officer. Now, if you've raced thousands of times but you haven't raced in a month, but I have people who are racing like a few hundred times, but they raced like 2 hours ago, then yeah, you're going to get demoted, and that person, even though they have less races, will probably still be officer. That's how I do it. I just kind of do a combination of activity and how long ago you raced. And that's what I recommend. You can do it on like who just sends you cash, but that's not going to help the team. It's just really going to help your account, and I just don't recommend doing that. It kind of makes like a hostile environment because you want to get things from them without anything in return. So yeah, just stay on top of officers. Other thing, update people often. Very common frustration among people is that you don't get updated enough. This could be anything. For instance, when I live out in the country, my internet provider's pretty good, but when they do go out, they do have an updates page. This updates page lists the people they know are out, which just includes like towns and states, and it's just nice to see they've acknowledged that you are out of service and that they are doing something to fix it. And it's the same on anything. Try to update your people as much as often. I try to do every few days, but my officers take care of that pretty well for me. make sure that you get the message across that your officers shouldn't just be sending like random messages. Message of the day is like actually important. It's a very useful tool, and I don't think it should be exploited like some people do. Other thing, special requirements. This is probably one of the best tools you have. Use it wisely. As you can see, I have absolutely no cheating. Minimum of 88% accuracy. I'm probably going to take that off because most people type better than that. Have at least 50-ish races per season. I might get rid of that too because I don't really enforce it. Have a fun, of course. And then the team Discord. You can't put links in this, so you kind of have to get creative. I'm going to have to update this because I don't think Discord uses /invite anymore. So I think I'll have to get a new link, and then we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just special requirements. They can be really anything. If you have something really important about the team, please put it there. Of course, it's really only where you can put it. The next thing is incentives. When you have people on the team, now my team is, I believe the term is extrinsically motivated. No, intrinsically motivated. I don't remember which one it is. I've typed the Nitro type text so many times. It's where you're motivated from within yourself. You type because you like to type. That's how my team rolls. That's ideally not what you want to do for starting teams. You want to do some sort of incentive. Maybe it's some cash. I don't know what else it could be, really. That's the pretty simple incentive for me. It doesn't even have to be that much. Just like 100K for every 1,000 races. That will motivate some people. A lot more than you would think. With the Infinity tier, though, you might have to bump that up because that's 100K for like every 40-ish races, which is way more than most people would probably pay their team members. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind. You know, do some fun competitions, some motivation within the team itself, not just to compete against other teams, but to actually like compete against each other, which in turn is actually going to help your team quite a bit. Of course, keep the atmosphere as positive as possible. Nobody likes a negative team. I don't have to deal with that very much. I'm pretty happy about that. We do occasionally have somebody on the team who will be like really negative in messages of the day, but I haven't had a problem with that in a long time. I think that's pretty much for the basic points. Another thing, I just like to keep my teammate name professional, so people take it a little bit more seriously, not just like random letters and numbers and stuff. Some people do that. I don't really have an opinion, just do whatever you want to do. Again, all my videos are all recommendation. They're not anything that's like law or, do what you want to do in the end. It's not my choice, it's yours. I've had people actually change things about their account, like, changing pretty big things about their account just because I critiqued it in the profile rating. You don't have to do that. I'm going to be getting a grading rubric for that so that I actually have a standardized system where that won't really matter very much. But yeah, don't change your account or really anything because of what I say. Use your own judgment. That's a pretty good piece of advice for just about any situation. Use your own judgment. Of course, there are smart people. You should listen to those people. I like to think of myself as at least somewhat smart in some things, like teams. I know a lot about these because I've had one since 2019. And like, if I go to my team races, actually, team races, I've literally done all my races except for about 1,500 of them on this team. So I've done over 50,000 races. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Make sure to enter the giveaway. It will be ending tomorrow. Make sure to enter correctly. I'll link that video in the description. It's not hard to enter, but people still enter incorrectly. Some people actually still comment on the video instead of filling out the form. Just saying like their racer link, which is how we used to do it, which just kind of shows that they didn't watch the video, and I don't enter them because of that. It isn't difficult. Make sure to do it right. Just a pretty easy way to get some free cash if you win. But I think that is pretty much it for today's video. I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.